Hello everyone, I am here to do a video on my ephemera packs I put together. I have so much really cute ephemera that I'm just never going to be able to use all this stuff, so I thought I'd put up a couple $30 bags here, and I also have a couple of $50 bags here that are just huge. I'll show you one of these $30 bags and show you what's in it. I stopped counting after like 60 pieces of stuff because I just started throwing stuff in because there was just way too much stuff and I just didn't want to count it. I tried to put exactly the same in both bags, same amount. If I put something in one bag, I put it in the other. So they're pretty much both the same. Might have slightly different colors or whatnot. But there's like puffy stickers in this one and some chipboard pieces. This middle part comes out. There's lots of chipboard pieces, vintage buttons, little bling things, metal pieces, doilies, little filigree things, a little applique, some more chip pieces, and I made this little spool and wrapped some sari silk around it and just made the tag so you can use the tag as well when you're done. And there's just lots of cute little chipboard pieces I've never gotten to use. A thing of seam binding, vintage seam binding, some more chipboard pieces, a little tag I made, and this tag I made and sewed around and put coffee dyed paper on the back and put a little tabby on it. A vintage card, some more chipboard, a couple of these, some more buttons and chipboard and metal pieces, a metal buckle, some stickers, a couple of these little cute flowers, another metal piece, a bunch of little buttons that I just threw in. Each one has a different color ink pad, a little chipboard bird, some stickers, a couple guest checks, some more doilies, some vintage crib board tally cards, some of these cute little index or cards, some embossed cards I made, another doily, and a glassine bag that I decorated, Mod Podged a napkin on, a napkin, some more buttons, another doily, and a tag that I made. And that is basically what is in, for the most part, in these little ones. Just a whole bunch of stuff. And this didn't even put a dent in my stuff. But I wanted to show you pretty much what's in the little ones. And there is a lot of stuff. So, if you are interested in any of these, this is the $30 bag, and who knows, I'll probably end up throwing more stuff in there like I always do. But I will pause this, put it all back in here, and show you what you get in the $50 bag. Hold on one sec. Okay, this is one of the $50 bags, which I'm not going to show you both because it's just too much stuff. There's like over like 250 to 300 pieces. Maybe more. I just thought, I didn't count like all the little buttons and everything separately. It was just too much counting and trying to keep track of everything. So I will dump this out and show you what's in. You get a piece of upholstery fabric and this bag full of doilies and snippets of lace and trim. Just some of this. I didn't measure it. I just tried to make them equally as good. Each bag will have about the same amount of stuff in it. And a big piece of this stuff, which I love. And a piece of this. And a piece of this beautiful blue lace, which I love. And a piece of pink. And this one, which I love. I love it all, so I won't say that every time. I can't say it every time, but I just do love it all. Some little tiny little flowers. And that's what comes in this bag. I'll put it all back in there in a little bit. And then you get a bag full of little oval ladies, some vintage cards. These I found this summer, and they are so cute. They're super old vintage playing cards. And some homemade bows I made. And I think there's 4 of these circle oval things in there too. And you get some store-bought doilies, and there's like 50 tabs, 40 to 50 different colored tabs that I punched out for you in there. And a variety of colors. And you get some of these little coin envelopes. And I think there's 2, 4, 6, 10 coffee dyed tags that I made myself. And in here there's 22 pieces of Tim Holtz ephemera in here. All sorts of different, don't need to have that in there, but all sorts of different Tim Holtz ephemera in there. Ranging from photos to calendars to vellum pieces and all sorts of pieces of that. Some zigzag trim. I think there's 20 of these tickets. I think there's 5 of these hand stamped Tiffany stamps that I made into index Rolodex cards. There's 2 envelopes that I punched out with my board, and they're double-sided envelopes, and I didn't glue them, so in case you want to put them in your signatures. So there's those. And there is doilies I punched out. Some are double-sided, some are not. And there is a random vintage buttons. I did not count those because that's too much counting. And let's see, some of these edition cards and some children's flashcards. Some of these pretty cards here. Some of these gorgeous cards. Some guest checks. I don't know, I think there's like 4 or 5 or something in there. And there is 8 vintage pages from Pride and Prejudice. And I kept them like this, so this is pretty much 2 pages. In case you want to put it in your book, your journal that way. And so there's 4 of these, and they have, some have pictures. Most of them have a picture to go with. And there's, let's see, 4 vintage children's book pages from the 1940s. And there is just random stacks of cardstock in here. Some is double-sided, some is not. And there's 2 of these, and I can't remember the Julie Nutting paper. You get 5 bags of each of these. And some really old vintage paper here. One is Christmas music, and two of them are just from my really old vintage magazine, music magazines. And there's four pages of Edith Holden pages, and two from the Flowers of a Victorian Lady magazine or book. And yeah, that is what is in these big bags, and I'll put it all back in here later, but I just wanted you to get an idea of what you get in these. And I always end up throwing a little extra in there as well before it goes out the door, because that's just the way I am. And I just wanted you to see all this goodness, because sometimes you just don't know if you want it until you can see everything that's in there. But there's pretty much everything you need to do quite a few journals in here, actually. Yeah, a lot of stuff. So I have two of the bigger ones that are available and two of the smaller ones that are available. And I have them up on my Bloomin' Sticks channel, and they are ready to be shipped out. I have set 1 and set 2 of the big ones, and then set 1 and set 2 of the smaller ones. So, yeah, there is my video of all of these goodness. And let me know if you are interested. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.